So, so I'll be going through the 5 C's of ADHD parenting. So for the for the first 5 C will be self-control. So self-control means you manage your own emotion first, then you respond calmly and model regulation to your child. Example would be your child forgets to their backpack again, and then make everybody late. So basically parents immediate actions. Why do you ever remember anything? So basically, the solution for this is as a parent, you should just take a deep breath, pause, respond calmly, and just inform your children that please leave your home and do check well things you left home before you leave for your school or yeah, don't last minute. Yeah. So basically, why does this solution work is because children with ADHD often mirror their parents' emotional reaction. So by staying composed, prevent escalation into power struggle, reduce shame, and model healthy emotion regulation for for the child. So I go next. So for compassion. So basically, compassion means that basically you understand ADHD as a neurodevelopmental condition and approach difficulties with empathy and patience. So example be your child has just a meltdown over homework because it feel overwhelming now. So basically, as a parent, normal parent, what would they say? Just sit down, do it in an angry tone. But to solve this as a as a parent with ADHD children, what you should do is to first validate their feeling first, and then tell them, say, I know homework feels very hard for you right now, and it's frustrating, and your brain doesn't want to cooperate. So do take a short break first, then continue. So why does this work? Because children with ADHD tends to be inferred as lazy or bad. However, compassion counters shame, build trust, and make more receptive to guidance and support. So the next one, collaboration. So for collaboration means that basically you work together with your child and other professionals to find solution than imposing rules. So basically, example, basically, chores become a daily battle because your child resists cleaning their room, which most of the parents agree lah. That your child, you came home, your child's room very messy, then shirt and pants never throw in the laundry basket. So what's the solution for this? Sit down together and brainstorm solution. What will make backing up your room easier for you? Maybe you can set 10, 15 minutes timer and do together, or you can choose the music, which is caning or what lah. So why does this work? So imposing rule unilaterally feels contributing to a child with ADHD. Collaboration foster a sense of ownership and initiate motivation, transforming conflicts from you vs me to us vsing the problem. So for the next slide, so it's consistency. Consistency means to provide predictable routine, clear rules, and reliable follow through. So example is screen time. Because I know most children here like to watch video before they sleep. So basically, what to solve this is what parents can do is basically establish and maintain clear routine. Like device turn off within 30 minutes during your bedtime. Your bedtime. So and also use gentle advanced reminder rather than last minute demand. Maybe like every 5 minutes you just inform the child on time to go to sleep. So if consistencies are needed, then just reduce the screen time to the next day or apply them calmly without expectation. So why does this work? So basically our ADHD brain thrive on an external structure and predictable. Inconsistent breeds confusion and frustration, whereas steady routine builds habit, security, and trust over time. So next one, celebration. So for celebration, it means to acknowledge efforts and achievement, however small, to boost self-esteem and motivation. So example, your child remembers to clean their plate after the unprompted, even though they forgot it in the early week, like yesterday or the following day. Offer basic solutions, offer specific enthusiastic praise, such as I noticed you cleared your plate tonight without any reminder. That's awesome. High five. Pair it with small rewards when appropriate, such as extra story time or extra uh video hours or game hours. So why does this work? Children with ADHD tend to receive disproportionate criticism, highlighting positive reinforcement desired behavior, boost their critical motivation, and shift their self-narrative from deficit focus to a growth-oriented. Okay. So for what does the 5C model relies on? So the 5C model relies on two things: strength-based thinking and attentive awareness. Strength-based thinking means you focus on your child's capability to help them build competence, self-confidence, and pride. So basically, and also it helps identifying traits or behavior they excel at and nurturing those skills. Attentive awareness means basically you involve in observing and listening and knowledge of what your child is saying. Yeah, next. So basically, in the end of chapter 5, what we have learned is basically the 5C actually helps strengthen understanding, personal responding, and connection across the whole family, such as your parents, your siblings, and so forth. So next one. So in chapter 2, it actually explained that actually the ADHD is actually the root of brain differences. So basically, this is to imply that basically ADHD is a neurobiological condition involving in delays or inefficiency in the brain system that manage executive functions such as planning, organizing, prioritizing, remembering, and regular emotion and behavior. These functions are often slow or less reliable in children with ADHD compared to their neurotypical peers. But however, for this case, if once they start going up, correct, it will be less and less already. Yeah. Next one. Sorry. So these are the exclusive functions that are related to ADHD. Inhibition means self-regulation and restraint. Emotional means dealing with frustration and big feelings. Action is such as getting started, organizing stuff, estimating time, planning, and priorities things. Energy, staying alert, perseverance, speed of processing information. Recall, basically is able to hold information in your head and doing something else, something with it. Focus, basically stating on tasks, smoothly shifting to new things and setting and accomplishing goals. Self-evaluation means basically to be self-aware and self-monitoring. Next one. So So basically, learning differences. So actually, many kids at age tend to have other issues other than ADHD, which such as learning difficulty, means we have reading or writing issues. So for mental disorder, it could be anxiety, depression, and disruptive behavior. So however, it- however, so whatever disability and disorder are useful for clinical education purpose. However, to ADHD kids or parents with kids with that, they are found very negative and discouraging. So so for medication, correct, basically it can assist but it can't teach skill. So what does this mean? Basically, for children who are young, parents tends to make decision about medication therapy since young children tend to follow and can't make decision. However, as thing goes up to teenager or secondary school, they do have their own decision, and whatever parents have made in the past does not apply or matter. So basically, if parents continue to force their children to follow their decision, this can affect parent and child relationship. So next, so basically to wrap things up in chapter 2, basically we now understand the science of ADHD and we can replace with myth and blame the facts on whole. We also can emphasize and what's happening inside our child's brain and body. We can explain to them in terms of age appropriate ways so they don't feel crazy or broken. And also, if the children see parents taking steps to understand and support them, they are most likely to follow their parents' lead and make a positive change to themselves. That's all.
Hey, thanks so much, Kaiming. We're actually going to do the comments and discussion on the Slido as well, but you're free to just unmute and respond to what was shared. You can also ask Kaiming questions based on other aspects of the chapter. Let me stop the recording now.